Cool. Okay. What's up, guys? Playing some Master Ball Ranked and losing to Team Rocket Grunts. The classic combo. No Magneton, no problem. And I can't change my dang thingamajig. Cool. Okay. What's up, guys? All right, we are ready to go. Yeah, we are losing this game. We literally got freaking ridiculous Team Rocket Grunts, man. Not fun, not interesting. We're just conceding. Let's go to the next one from here. Yeah, that's annoying. Just saying. It'd be like that sometimes, though. You know, the opponent has to play cheesy stuff. I like the card, actually. I think it's pretty cool. But, man, is it devastating to get hit by it. I mean, I'd rather it be like a discard a card guarantee. Make it where multiple decks can play it. But if you don't have room for it, you just do not have room. Yeah, we're going into that next game now, though. Need to figure out all these settings, all these stream settings. I want to make it where I had a beautiful little picture, and I don't know how to set that little picture. We are going to get Sprigatito lead, though. Maybe we will be a little better off. I find that having the Sprigatito on the back line, really once you get everything set up, you tend to win. As long as you're not too far behind. Like here with us going first, as long as they don't or going second, as long as they don't Giratina Donbo us with Darkrai on like the turn 3 before we evolve, then we'll be good to go. So like to see this deck and generally win this matchup if we don't get Team Rocket grunted, but it's okay. They do have those tech cards that do. We would like to see Magneton here, but really Sprigatito is also fine. Here we go. We did get the Sprigatito, of course, and finally I'm going to guarantee exactly what I need. Oftentimes I'm in this situation and I cry for help. Every time I do not have Floragato in hand, I cry for help and I get Meowscarada, and I'm just staring at it like, man, stage 3s are really unfortunate. We are going to see that they have research, though. They'll probably put the Dark Energy on the Darkrai in the back, then they'll Bellows, nothing interesting going on there. They'll play the other Giratina because people just do that, you know, just play the cards, then the deck, it's fine. I mean, it doesn't change anything. Yeah, like I said, there's that Darkrai. Helmet is really annoying sometimes, but we have a copy of Cape. The game tends to run pretty long, so we will be okay from there. If we can, we already have the other Floragato as well. Not having that Magneton kind of annoying right here, but we are going to get this guy set up. We'll get our other Sprigatito set up. We can do it this way. This is going to preserve our health total. We will still one-shot, and we'll just end our turn from here. Cyrus in hand, which is good because if they cape and run away with Leaf, we'll be able to knock them out. The following turn, they have that Nightmare Aura coming down. It is relevant, but we are at a speed right now where they will have to, they're not going to be able to Darkrai hit us plus attack with Giratina unless they do have that Dawn. Oh, and we actually draw the other Meowscarada. This is perfect. We can do this, they'll come in and attack, and then we'll knock them out. If they Mars us, that would be unfortunate, but we can just go ahead and evolve it, and they're gonna see this, and if I was them, I'd run away. But Mars probably in hand. They haven't played any supporters except for the research, so surely they're sitting on something decent. Sabrina doesn't do anything. They held the cape, which tells me they don't have the cape most likely, so that is also pretty good. So yeah, so we're just going to utilize that fact. They come in, we can always knock out Darkrai, so this is pretty good as well. And yeah, I think we're going to be able to wrap this one up. Yeah. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm looking. I just don't know enough about the streaming mode. I have like a nice little graphic picture I made, but I can't change it for whatever reason. So that's annoying, but whatever. It's okay. I wish it was just much more obvious. Okay, there we go. I found it. There we go. I hope I didn't just lose because I was... Okay, yeah, they were taking forever, so it doesn't matter. We are going to be able to do this. Yeah, they're like stalling in the back, but that's not going to change anything. Ooh, we even got the giant cape for ourselves for this one. That's pretty good. So we're going to attack. I guess what they're trying to do is be annoying. I don't know. We won't get knocked out here, so yeah, we're just going to attack there. All right, creating a new playlist. Perfect. Save that. Look at that. Just like that, I figured out more of what I'm doing. Nope, that's not the case. All right, now we are good to go. Finally, they have that Darkrai in. See, they're just bouncing around. Now we just get our Magneton set up. Like, there's not really a whole lot they can do. I mean, they're trying to bounce around with that Darkrai. If they get the cape on it, that could be pretty annoying. They will be able to... basically what they can do is they're just trying to do a Darkrai shuffle. We do have a copy of Cyrus in our deck. We haven't drawn it. We also haven't drawn Pokeball. We haven't drawn Research. There's a lot of cards we could just draw that don't do anything for us. We could actually be in a bit of a pickle, but they have nothing here yet. So when Darkrai does come in and knock us out, we swing back with Meowscarada. Magnezone should be able to automatically take out whatever it is all the time. So that'll be good. I need to add... and they don't have a lot of play here yet. There's that giant cape I was talking about. So red wins us the game. Cyrus wins us the game. Research is fine. Meowscarada in the back is good because they don't have a way to knock us out unless they had cape. They obviously don't have cape because they've got the Darkrai out. We're just going to be able to make that Magneton stay pretty powerful. And then that is that. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get my chat in the OBS. OBS a pain in my butt, but yeah, I don't know enough about any of it, so we'll learn. It's okay though. That Meowscarada is going to go down, and we are now going to send our Meowscarada in. Can my Spotify play now? Thank you. My goodness. Oh, it is playing. Ha ha ha. I muted myself. Oh, and we draw the red. Perfect. All of your struggling was in vain indeed. Yeah, and they concede. As easy as pie. Easy as pie. Meowscarada is so powerful. Magnezone so powerful. The combo is very good. The biggest thing about it is it kind of just has a very good matchup spread, and it is good against Darkrai Giratina. So that makes it where you just have a lot of options, all things considered. So we are going into that next game. Want to see that Dark Energy. We also have one of the other things I really like about this deck is we have game against Charizard EX. Because if we get our full setup, they get their full setup, we can always knock that Charizard EX back out. And then Gyarados EX also has a decent game against it too because we are one prize deck. We're going first. We have this is one of those weird ones. We have Sprigatito and we have Floragato. We drew all monsters, all normal summons, but that's probably Darkrai. I'm actually going to... Let's lead with the Magneton here. I've played this matchup several times, but if we can't guarantee the Meowscarada, the Floragato sitting up front is not going to do anything too crazy. We draw. Classic. I'm halfway tempted to just end my turn. Because... No reason to do that, because if they red card us or Mars us, that's going to be really bad. Mars, a very powerful monster. Monster of a card. Very good. Just it reseeing its meta play, because what happens is you get someone set up in order to take out one of the EXs. They counter with the other EX, but they can also Mars you to take you out. They have the Darkrai here. We want to see the Meowscarada. If one of our Magneton get knocked out, it's okay. We have our Magnemites. We have the Magneton in hand. There's Floragato, which is normally like, yay, Floragato, I haven't seen you in a while, but not the case right here. We are going to do it this way, though. This lets us attack next turn, which is pretty good. And then we will ideally, we can always kill with Floragato if we don't see Meowscarada, but ideally we will get to that Meowscarada the next turn. And we also can pivot out if we really needed to. The opponent is just doing normal Darkrai Giratina things. And yeah, we're going to see what they end up doing. This is why I like doing my commentary on my sped up videos, because then I don't have to sit around and wait. But it also gives me an opportunity to figure out some of my stuff. So that's also nice when I do it that way. I need about 20 more wins to hit Master Ball. Just hit Ultra Ball 4 today. Have been playing a good bit. They're going to Sabrina us, which is just annoying. This tells me they probably have like Cyrus. They probably have like a Cyrus because they can get the ping right here. And now they have like a setup that will knock us out. We can get the Floragato out though and wait for that Meowscarada. We're going to draw, see what we get. There is the Sprigatito. So that's pretty decent for us. Because we have the Sprigatito, we can go ahead and start just swinging with Magnezone, because they won't knock us out next turn and we can revenge kill, because that Darkrai energy plus, the 100 damage that Darkrai will do. They might even just Bellow, sacrifice the Darkrai, but that puts us in a really good spot if we find Meowscarada. That's really annoying, but not the end of the world if we do find that Meowscarada. We can also leverage the fact that we have the other Sprigatito now and use our Floragato there instead. We need to see red. They're behind a turn on their Giratina. If they do attack, they have to attack here. So they are behind a turn on Giratina. So they will have to Bellow and not be able to attack us. Cyrus here doesn't do anything. That's pretty freaking annoying, actually. But we can attack with our Magnezone. And we're just a little behind, honestly, is the biggest problem. But if we do see that Floragato, we'd like to see Floragato, we'd like to see red. Or not Floragato, we already have them. Meowscarada, we'd like to see red. That's going to be what we need. We need to see Meowscarada before red, though. We trade a point, but they have Giratina set up on the next turn. I will use this Floragato. We'll throw an energy on our one on the bench and see if we can get that Meowscarada for our Giratina. If they don't have Potion, it'll result in a tie. If they do have Potion, we lose. If we can't draw Meowscarada, we lose. Mars here, pretty freaking annoying, but little did they know that our hand was useless. Iono is really useless, and now we really need to see that Meowscarada to do anything. Red plus Meowscarada. Iona is going to give us the opportunity. Oh, research finally. Thank goodness. That's pretty good. Let's see red Meowscarada. Magnezone? Magnemite. Okay, that's not good. It's actually not even worth playing the Magnemite. We need the other opportunity to get Meowscarada next turn. If we draw research, we research. Otherwise, we just Iona and go from there. Hope that we don't get completely messed up by the Mars. One of the things about the Mars, though, is that it did just prevent us from... we lost a card. So we are one card less we are going to draw with the Iono. They could even... Okay, there's the Chaotic Impact. We need to see Meowscarada to trade the win. And if we don't see Meowscarada, then we just lose. We have 3-4 draws, though. We're going to draw and see what we get. Red... Would have been better if we had the Meowscarada last turn, but we are going to Iono and see what they end up doing. And if we can get the Meowscarada 1, not it, 2. Okay, please be Meowscarada. Oh my gosh, man. This game sometimes. And we lose. This deck has such a good matchup against this Darkrai Giratina until stuff like that happens. And it's like just part of it. Playing a stage 2 deck, you're going to deal with that consistency issue. But man, oh man, is it kind of freaking annoying when you are clearly set up to, you're favored in it, and then you just don't see the card. I had a game earlier that I lost because both my Magneton were on the bottom of the deck. Literally the last 2 cards, I was like, oh, I have a 1 and 3 to win this game right now. Or a 2 and 3 to win the game, and I lost it. And then the other 2 and 3 I always lose is going second. I always lead with Magnemite, unless it's a water deck, and then it's always Sprigatito. Speaking of water decks, speaking of going first but not having what we need, there's the Magnemite. We can hopefully get to, yeah, there's the Manaphy. It never super comes up that Magnemite can attack Manaphy for half its HP, but it is nice, you know, when it does happen. So we are going to research first. We really want to see that Sprigatito. So if we don't draw it here, there's the... It's like taunting me after the last game. And we're going to use our Pokeball to get Sprigatito. Thank goodness. At least we got it here. Now we need to see Magneton, and we will be in a pretty good spot. Hopefully the opponent does not Misty Magikarpus out of the game. That's also... Earlier I was playing, and I just like 2 games in a row, I played against Articuno. And both games they triple Misty flipped, and I just minus 14 LP ranked points, whatever it is. I don't remember. But yeah, they are going to use the research. They are going to use the Pokeball. They're going to use the communicator, just hunting for that Gyarados. I don't know that I would have used the communicator yet, but maybe they did not have the Magikarp either. This Palkia is really annoying, actually. The 120 coin flip is crazy. I know it's 3 energy. Draw. Cyrus does not do anything in this matchup. We really want to see Magneton here, see what we get. Magnemite is not Magneton. Okay, cool. So we're going to be playing like that, I see, with all the exact opposite cards that we do need. Now, I could have attacked with the Magnemite, but I didn't want to. I like having the 1 energy on the Meowscarada. It probably would have been smarter too, but really it doesn't even super matter. So they have the Gyarados EX. That is frustrating. They have it set up ready to go. If they like Misty flip into it, they just win. Speaking of, it's okay though. They're going to get Tails. Misty players should have a good, easy. We're still in this game. We didn't immediately lose to an RNG card. So that's nice enough. Now we can start attacking with the Magnemite though. The biggest thing though is we need Giant's Cape now that we're in this situation. There's red. That doesn't do anything for us. We don't want it. I really need a card that says, hey, the opponent, you get to, I need a cycler card. I need a discard a card, draw a card item or something, because it would be so much better than... With the introduction of red, it creates this really interesting dynamic. Like, red is a very good card in so many matchups. In some matchups, it's just garbage. Like, the second I get a cycling card, so many cards get to be so much better because they're not just completely dead. Like, in the mirror matchup, red does absolutely nothing. With this deck, the Meowscarada deck, they've got the Rocky Helmet on the Gyarados, so now it doesn't even matter. We have to get a whole nother second thing set up, and we just never drew Magneton, so we're just going to lose off of that. Unless we can get Sprigatito right here. Even then, though, it's going to be too late. So we lose this matchup. Even though we don't always lose this matchup, we just lost it this time. I literally, like, I've been playing all day, and then I start recording, and then I just lose every match. There is the Magneton, though. So this is pretty decent, actually. We do have the Magnezone in hand. I know I'm freaking out. I think I'm tilted already, but the game is not over. In fact, we have a very good combination of cards that could kind of say, hey, maybe we can still win this game. We have red, so as long as we don't get nonsensed next turn, we don't get knocked out. Let me rephrase. We're going to knock out the Gyarados. If we draw Cape, we guarantee the win. Without Cape, though, what we really want to see is the... we need Cape, or we just need the opponent not to hit heads. They're going to Irida here. This doesn't change any math on anything. Just tells me that they don't have anything else. Oh, they did cycle themselves. If this hits the us, though, we lose. If the energy ramp hits us... Okay, thank goodness it hit them. No, wait. Did it hit us? No, okay. Whew, it just blended in with the card. All right, Magneton is okay. We need to draw. No Cape. So now it is up to a coin... I'm so tilted. I'm so tilted. I'm so tilted. Maybe streaming tonight wasn't a good idea. Maybe I should have played Marvel Rivals instead. Oh, okay. It's fine. They were going to hit heads anyway. They missed the Misty. Yeah, that's fine. I can't believe I didn't do... Oh, my goodness. How did I get here? I'm a fraud. Ultra Ball isn't real. It is a complete sham of a thing. I wish I could see my freaking chat. All right, we are going. See, this is what I'm talking about. Water deck, Magnemite. Okay, let's see the magic card. Let's get the free revenge kill, and they got the Manaphy, of course. That's okay though. It'd be like that sometimes. We are going to check here. Service. I'd really like to see my chat, but oh well. They're playing the Squirtle deck. Let's see if we can get that Floragato, that little guy right here. Goodness, we're actually getting a decent start for once. Couldn't be me. Let's see if we can win back some of those points. We're going to ram in for 30 damage. Might actually be in a decent position here because of everything going on. I'm on. I don't understand why it doesn't just... technology really stresses me out. Honestly, it stresses me out a lot. I just wish it made more sense. Like, why is my chat not part of my anything? You know what I mean? Like, it's so far away. All right, can we pop out? Pop out chat, thank goodness. And now I can put it in my OBS studio. I can't, but that's okay, whatever. We are a little further on than we would be normally, though. We are not going to see the freaking... we're not going to see our dang Magneton, though, so that's annoying. Maybe they'll just run. Maybe they'll be frustrated and say, yep, that is what is going on now. They're sending in the other Manaphy. They're just going to keep getting set up, and we are going to have to get a secondary thing set up. As long as we can get a secondary thing set up, we beat almost every EX in the game. There's the Blastoise, but if we have Magnezone, we beat it. If we have... Oh, okay, they're Ionoing us. This is really good. We really needed to see that. We are going to draw Meowscarada, perfect Meowscarada, and now we need to look for the second thing. We didn't get a second thing, of course, and now we're in just a weird situation, but they should not be able to knock us out. Okay, if we see Magneton here, we're in a pretty good position. We're going to research, draw our 2 cards. There we go. There's the Magneton. Finally, we are turning some of this game on. We've got this little guy. As long as they don't hit a Crazy Misty... we should be in this game. Crazy Misty being +2, but +1 we win the game, +2 we lose the game. Classic Misty nonsense. Yeah, +1 we lose the game, +2 we win the game. Or, you know, reverse it. Strike that. What is it? Oh, goodness, the Willy Wonka thing. Reverse that, strike it. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it was, but yeah. I find this deck really fun. The biggest thing is you do brick on yourself in weird ways sometimes, honestly. Like, it's such a strange thing that happens. There's the Misty. Just don't be 2 heads. If it's 2 heads, I'm going to lose it. Thank goodness. All right, we are going to get the win on this game. They're going to attack us for 100, but that won't knock us out. And we will be able to strike them back pretty hard, even with Irida. I say that, though. Okay, there's the Floragato. We actually do have the ability to win the game now. We could still deal 80 with the Magneton. It was just like a situation where if they had, like, Irida, they could have potentially still beaten us. But in the current situation, we are now going to make it go down to 50. And then even with, like, Irida, it'll be at 90, and we can knock it out with the other Meowscarada. Now, if they, like... Mars, they can't Mars plus Irida. There is the Irida that we were worried about. So that makes it where we wouldn't be able to knock it out without the Magnezone, but we do have the Meowscarada. So that Blastoise is going to be taken out just like this. Boop. And then we've got Meowscarada coming, and we will take them out. Oh, and we do the Magnezone. Perfect. I am going to just go ahead and throw the energy here. Just showing the Meowscarada. A lot of times people will just immediately search. Yeah, there we go. You're literally just holding on it, and you're saying, yep, if they have it, they win. If they don't have it, they don't win. So we do get the W there. Good job, Mr. Crippler, and 1250. So 20 more wins to go. We're just going to go ahead and hit that win streak real quick without anything crazy. I'm going to turn my EV on playing a grass deck. There we go. And we are going to hop right back into it. Oh. Ultra Ball 4 going first. Perfect. Sprigatito, Magnemite, going first. I want clarity here. This needs to be slightly moved down, or this needs to be moved up. I think it's a Psychic deck, from what I can tell, or a Grass deck. I honestly can't tell. If it's a Grass deck, I'm going to be annoyed because they're going second with Sprigatito. Oh, it's a Fighting deck. I actually just can't see, lol. We are going to use our Pokeball to draw. I would like to see... I don't even know what I'd like to see. Yeah, Sprigatito's fine. We do have both, so that's good. We're going to have him on the backside. We want to see Slash. The Fighting decks actually creates like a weird little situation sometimes. And so it is nice to know what is going on there. Vertical stream. That's cute. All right, they're jabbing us. They have a Mankey in the background. Interesting. I bet this is the 50 damage Primeape. I have played with it a couple times. It's pretty neat. We are going to Cry for Family, though. We're going to leave... We don't really need Cyrus in this matchup, like 90% of the time. We're going to Cry for Help. We do see Meowscarada. This happens to me every time I need it. I mean, I need both, so it's whatever. But I really need to see the Floragato. We'll probably... Oh, we actually just lose the Sprigatito right here. So now we really need to see the Floragato. We're actually in such a crappy position if we do not find Magneton. They're just going to attack us for 60, and we're going to lose to Lucario Beatdown because we had to go first. Which going first in this deck really isn't normally such a big problem, but when you're pulling the Floragato or the Meowscarada instead of the Floragato, there's nothing we can do. So we actually just immediately lose the game to a Lucario beatdown strategy with Mankey because our terrible, actual garbage draw. They attack for 60, they knock out Magnemite. They attack for 60, they knock out Sprigatito. We can Iono, but I mean, this really doesn't do anything. You want to Iono the Pokeball back because... you can utilize it again later. We see Meowscarada, we see Pokeball, we see Research, we see Cape. Okay, literally the most useless freaking combination of cards we could have gotten. Okay, we're dead. We're dead to a Lucario, fighting Lucario deck. I mean, Lucario is good, but losing to a Lucario beatdown is not cool. That's not cool at all. So, pretty unfrustrated. That's okay, though. It's whatever. It's okay. I should just play Charizard. Stop playing this deck. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this deck. Was having a lot of fun with this deck. It feels like there really is a lot of play if there's not like some early game cheese. Like going first never feels great unless we have Meowscarada, Floragato. But like in this situation, I have the exact wrong one, and this Pokeball is going to be Magnemite, and I'm going to lose it. Because if we would just... Sorry. Now, if we draw Floragato by the next turn... Yeah, if we draw Floragato by the next turn, we're in an okay situation, but just getting stuck on double Magneton, at least we did get the Magnemite. We will be able to cry for help, though, as we're crying for better RNG. The dark version here, it's really going to depend. Rocky Helmet, a lot of weird little situations that happen that help a lot. That can change this matchup up, honestly. It's just a very interesting situation in general. The opponent is going to go ahead, and they don't have anything too crazy, though, it looks like. And we need to see the Floragato. This is a 2 in 3 chance. But, you know, knowing my luck, we're just going to see the other Meowscarada, and I'm going to start fuming again. But here we go. Floragato wins us the game, basically. A 67... Bro, a 67% chance. Every time it is this 67% chance to just lose. I mean... My goodness. All right. We've got 2 Magnezones in the deck. That's a 2 and 11. We need to see research. That would be great. Okay, at least we got the Magnezone, because we are guaranteed to get the Floragato now. We're a turn behind on it, but at least we can get to the Floragato. They're going to attack, knock us out with that Giratina, but we should be able to get set up. Magnezone will always take a hit with the belt, as long as they don't see Darkrai. Finally, Floragato, but it could be a turn too late. It really depends on their Darkrai luck and what they end up doing. We have a copy of Cape, but we have not drawn it yet. As you see, we are bricking on all of our higher stage. No way, dude. No. Okay, we just need to see. And now we need Meowscarada, but I mean, at least we're in a slightly better position. We can't guarantee it, but we can at least go ahead and go here. We will survive. They're going to play Darkrai down, and I'm going to lose it. So I think the correct play, if they have Darkrai, freaking Mars, because we just didn't get anything that we needed. It's so annoying. If we have Darkrai, we are going to be able to... They've got to have Darkrai in hand, right? They're just playing smart. No, there's no way they have Darkrai in hand. They're just going to draw it as soon as I get angry and pull it out, though. We are going to rely on needing the help. We could have cried for help, but I'm really trying to start getting some pressure on. The other one doesn't have any psychic energy, and it still needs 3. So as long as they don't immediately draw the Darkrai right here, we will always survive this Chaos Impact. And I guess on the bright side, even if they do knock us out, we can strike with the Floragato, and we can start getting the other Magneton set up. They are going to Center Lady, which doesn't change any math. They'd have to have double potion here, but they are bricked up there. There's the potion, and they're actually about to double potion Pokemon Center Lady us. Yeah, there we go. Luckily for us, though, if they do attack us, it'll go back down unless they have something else. Oh, like the Darkrai, dude. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, we did not just get Pokemon Center Lady double potioned into Darkrai, by the way. Oh my gosh. We have got to see Meowscarada. We're actually in an okay spot. I know I'm like upset and angry about it, but we should be able to guarantee. If we get Floragato this time, I'm rioting. I'm actually just going to be so upset. Okay, thank goodness. We have the Meowscarada. We can send Floragato in. We have the Magneton. We can start getting set up for the Magnezone. I lost a game already on this stream to not freaking hitting the button. So I'm just going to guarantee that I'm Magneton this turn. Maybe they'll just surrender. They'll say, hey, you got it. I do feel like we're about to be like, what's a situation that we possibly lose now? They send Giratina in. They Darkrai us. They bellow. They Darkrai us. They bellow again. Yeah. So they send Giratina in. They're going to Darkrai. Then they're going to bellow. They are going to Darkrai. They're going to get us down to 100. They can start rotating around their people, but they have to have the other cape. So I don't think there's a situation where we lose this at this point. I've played this matchup a lot. This feels like a situation I win every time. Unless they Team Rocket Grunt us. I actually lost one earlier to just a random Team Rocket Grunt, and that feels really, really freaking bad when that does end up happening. Hey, yeah, there we go. Top decking the Meowscarada, exactly what we need. Thank you so much. Chow, is that how you pronounce your name? I'm not really sure how to, but thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. But yeah, top decking Meowscarada is how we do it. We have this here. We've got Floragato. We're going to attack, and we should be okay. They can do like a whole little shuffle thing, but I think we are just in a winning position. Cyrus wins us the game. Red wins us the game, and there's the concession. Great. This deck has a lot of play against Darkrai Giratina, and so it feels really good when those situations are happening, but it just feels like also so often the situations are just not happening the way you really... It's a consistency thing, right? Like, it is a consistency thing in order to do that, but we are going to... We got seven... We got 7... I don't even know what I'm saying now, sorry. I need a bigger computer. Oh, I didn't even realize you could, like, view the profile of other people from there. That's pretty cute. All right. Then find my chat again. The name is in Portuguese. It's kind of hard sound to pronounce for non-speakers. Yeah, that makes sense. I could try and look it up. The accent A, definitely something I probably cannot say at all. But thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I just trying to get some games in. So we do see they're playing the Darkrai Giratina deck most likely. And yeah, there's the Darkrai. We need to see this Floragato and get it set up. You really just need 2 things set up. Okay, that's pretty good. We are going to research. We'll keep whatever we get in hand except for the Sprigatito. Pokeball, perfect. And did we... All right. 67% of the time, this is Sprigatito. Okay, thank goodness. Now we just need to see Floragato. We have... Their names always throw me off. We need to see Floragato. If we get that set up, though, we'll be in a pretty good position. There we go. What deck have you been playing? I wish I could pronounce it now. Ciao? That doesn't sound right. That's CIAO in Italian. What have you been playing on the ranked ladder? We have this. This isn't a big issue. The opponent is going to take 2 turns to get set up. That could knock out the Magneton if we draw it on the setup. They have Rocky Helmet. This actually is kind of worse for them if they don't get something else immediately set up and ready to go. The Rocky Helmet makes it where Meowscarada will get knocked out by like Giratina plus Darkrai, but normally they're too far behind when they get there. We are going to get this Sprigatito set up on the bench. I want to see Floragato. Because they have helmeted, I don't need Cyrus nearly, so it's not nearly so important. We can Iono here to search for the Floragato, and I'd really like to see a research also. Could give the opponent Giratina, but I think with the... Oh, awesome, dude. Congratulations. Hey, that's dope. That's really cool. We see Meowscarada, Pokeball, Sprigatito, research. Okay, we really just wanted to see that research. Now we can go and try and get the... we can go and try and get what we need. We really want to see that Floragato, though. But that's awesome. Congratulations on your journey to Master Ball. The last 2 days, I just decided, hey, I'm going to really grind it out. It's coming to a close. I do another little series where I use a wheel to kind of determine what Pokemon I'm going to play. And it's in ranked, and it's a lot of fun, but it costs me a lot of ranked points. Horrible strats with Gyarados, so I opted to use a fossil deck. I like that with the Skarmory. That's pretty cool, because my biggest issue with the fossil decks is the consistency. But if you're playing it with Skarmory, obviously you can hit pretty hard pretty quick. And I do like those quick aggro decks. So I was playing Weavile, Sneasel Weavile a bit. All right, this is Floragato 75% of the time. That's not the real math there, but let's hope we see it. Okay, awesome. We've got the Floragato and we've got the Cyrus. We are still slightly behind on this Magneton. What we can... Oh, they're playing a Sneasel deck. That's interesting. I've always found... So when I was playing the Sneasel Weavile deck, what I always found happened was if you got Darkrai first, you just shouldn't even bother with Sneasel unless you're guaranteed the Weavile and the Leaf switch out. So what we can do here is potentially switch out to conserve this Magneton. We know that we are going to get knocked below a threshold that we need on the Meowscarada. So what this will allow us to do, let me think for a second. Meowscarada, we're going to always go down to what would be 140 even with Cape because of the... Yeah, okay. They can't kill us on the Crackback, so we can leave Magneton. We can actually really just... I'm going to keep it around, though. If they Cyrus us in, we're not going to lose. That is true. It does make it more spicy. It is fun. I do want to at least guarantee that I have the... I want to guarantee that I have the emblem. My plan, the reason why I've been grinding it so much was I wanted to try to hit Master Ball. I was tired of horrible strats, Gyarados. Oh, awesome. I'm so happy. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. The wheel series is a lot of fun, but yeah, seeing your rank go down because of it, like, is frustrating also. But it is a lot of fun to make. I think if I'm able to, like... So in my head, Master Ball players, like, have more clout. So the idea is that if you hit Master Ball and then you just suddenly have the ability to have like a higher viewership, and then those things are more successful. We do see the Cyrus. This is okay. Doesn't bother us at all. I mean, it's a little annoying, but we should be guaranteed with the Meowscarada to be able to knock them out. The only thing they have even against us is like potential Cape. So they are playing around their outs though, which is not losing to the Magnezone. We're going to draw. There's, second Floragato, cool. And we have Meowscarada here. And we will take out this guy, and then they can't knock us out. But yeah, I don't even bother playing. It's like a weird little catch on the Sneasel deck that I saw was once your Darkrai is... If your Darkrai already has 2 energy on it, there's never a reason to go into Weavile. Unless you're like, using it as like Sabrina swap bait or something. You're always using it instead of Weavile, because Weavile will never deal more damage than Darkrai can do, even if you're already set up, but also just apply Dark Energy. It's definitely like the earlier game. So I found more success of like, okay, if you don't see Sneasel, you just abandon it, but then it's still like bricky in your deck. But getting the early win steals is super nice. All right, and they're going to concede. Awesome. When Meowscarada was announced, I thought it was cool. With cards like Iono and Mars and stuff, I really thought the game was going to shift more towards like a stage 1 focus, but Giratina was just so powerful. So I kind of underlooked Meowscarada because I just kept picturing, as someone who likes to play a lot of stage 1 and 2 decks and less EXs, I saw Meowscarada as a super big risk because Meowscarada compared to, like when I was playing my ranked climb, doing my other stuff with stage 2 decks and played against a Meowscarada deck, I won almost every time because they're so much less powerful than whatever stage 2 you're setting up if it's not an EX. So I had undersold Meowscarada a lot, but obviously people still gravitate towards those EXs. We actually have the 1, 2, 3. This is a perfect starting hand. We even have red, so if this is Giratina, they have to be afraid as well. Oh, they have Sneasel though. Okay, so this could suddenly be not a good hand in a different dark deck. Magnemite though, pretty decent. We're going to get either or here. It doesn't matter. Because we're not even going to get a basic family attack off. Here's the double Magnemite. I'm going to keep one in hand just in case we need to Iono. There's no reason to get the other one set up. We don't have the other Magneton here. If we like Pokeball into or research into double Magneton, just be like that. It's okay. Sabrina also doesn't matter here. It would actually help me out. I just really don't want to see... Okay, there's no like Darkrai Dawn combo. I won a game with this deck with Darkrai into Sneasel double heads once, and it felt so good. There's the research coming out, and we are going to see what they end up doing. I'm also a fan of like Sneaseling instead of Darkraiing turn 1 because you could deal 40 damage instead, like they just exactly did. I'd like to see the other Sprigatito here, or we're in a little bit more of a pickle. That's not good. That's not good at all. So the play here is like, it's going to be a little odd. We're going to put an energy on Sprigatito, and we're not going to... The problem is if we evolve and they have Sneasel or Weavile, they just, they just kill Floragato. So what we're going to try and do here is get the other Sprigatito, or at least thin our deck. We really want to see it though over, it is a 1 in 3 here. Regardless, a card we cannot use. So that's frustrating. The reasoning being, evolving only puts us at 50, and then Weavile knocks us out anyway. We need to see Magneton. We need to see Pokeball. We need to see Sprigatito. Any of those cards put us in a really good position. It seems like we're super far behind, but if we can get any of them plus Cape, we will be able to still steal the win, I think. But also, them having that is so freaking annoying. So definitely in a weird spot. This deck's... I liked this deck a lot, and especially if you're going to get turn 2 Sneasel double into Weavile, it's very powerful. Magnemite here. Magneton also doesn't do it. We really need to see the Sprigatito. That's the only thing that's going to win us the game right here. And that's, yeah. Yeah, we actually just lose. Hands like this make me hate this deck. It's so triggering. That's just the game. They attack. They send in Magnemite. Yeah, there's nothing we're going to be able to do here. Unfortunate, but is the reality of the situation. Yeah, thank you, Chow. Or Chow. Seo? KO? I'm going to try. Try to pronounce it. But, the nice thing about when you're losing to a Sneasel Darkrai deck is you lose quick. You do tend to lose pretty quickly, or you win. So Bastiodon deck next. Hey, I'm not even opposed. You know, it sounds like a cool deck. So I'm imagining double Skarmory, you know, double Bastiodon line, your research. You don't play Pokeball on that deck, I imagine, so that's neat. Let's do it this way. 2x. All right, we've got Sprigatito. This is a decent looking hand. Going first, it's okay. The opponent is going to lead with Sprigatito, then I'm going to cry. Carnivine. Okay, this deck is really cool. It's really quick. 2x. Sorry, now I'm reading. 1 Pokeball. Okay. Makes sense for Sabrina Insurance. There's the Floragato too. We're already on a decent curve. We're going to look for Magnemite here, and there's the Sprigatito. I don't know how many 1 and 3, you know, 2 and 3s I have to lose before I just give up. There's, oh, double Pokeball. Oh, perfect. Okay, that's exactly what we needed to see. We have the other research. We have a Meowscarada in deck. We will be down to 9 cards when we draw if we don't draw it. So this is a pretty decent start. Now, we're playing as a super aggressive deck. If they don't have Giovanni, plus Arceus will be okay. 1 Pokeball. So 2, that's 8, that's 10, that's 12, 14, 16, 17. They send out this Skyward Shaman. And okay, cool. All I wanted to see was not Arceus Giovanni. So we're in a decent position now. Let's go ahead and research, see what we draw. Drawing the other Floragato too, actually going to keep us a little bit healthy. Oh, perfect. So now we can go Floragato here for the HP. We can also go, we'll go ahead and Magneton. We always do this. I'm trying to think if there's a reason to withhold the Floragato in this position. I don't think there is. We can always just Pokemon Center. I'm so not sold on Pokemon Center, lady. I think it's good, though. It makes sense, especially with, like, Bastiodon. Pokemon Center Lady is a card that I don't think I've put in any of my decks, though. The other... All right, I'm committing to this here. We don't lose to... Yeah, 2 Cape, 2 Helmet makes sense. I could see you running like a 3 of maybe, but it makes sense that you wouldn't do that. So what we're looking at here is they don't have Arceus. They don't have anything engraved. They probably have to have, means their hand probably has to be like a leaf. I don't think it could be a Rocky Helmet. That'd be something worth saving. They do have the Arceus here though. What we are going to do is we're going to try and maintain this Floragato. We are going to pull it out, save the point, and then attack with the Magnezone to knock out the Carnivine. Then after that, they have Cape. They're caping the Arceus. Arceus cannot knock out our Floragato, though, or our Meowscarada, unless it has... Yeah, it makes sense with the Darkrai passive. We can go here. We're going to knock Carnivine out. The other nice thing about this line is that... Sorry, Kayam. Lady helped you. Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. And then especially depending, would you not run potion with the other trainers, just so you could always potion into like a research if it is the difference? I guess I'd have to look at the health line. They send the Carnivine in. They can attack, guarantee that we get knocked out by the Arceus, but the Giovanni is also a problem. Now the Rocky Helmet here isn't going to matter as much, but they've already dedicated that cape to Arceus in the back line. Giovanni, though, really does knock us out of the game. So that's what I want to hope they do not have. Oh, there's the Magneton. I have to let them hit us because they can retreat. They can retreat for free, but they won't be able to knock the Magneton out. We just need to be where we can set up. We need to be able to set up on this side. Let me think. All right. Carnivine damage doesn't change anything. They're trying to get the Arceus set up. It will make it where we're always knocked out by Arceus without Giovanni. We're just going to go here. That way, if we do get knocked out by a silly play, they do get free retreat. But if they have to Giovanni us here, they can't. Ideally, we know they don't have Giovanni from the earlier play. So as long as they don't have like double Giovanni, this will be an okay move. I also didn't realize until I built a different deck that Skyman requires you, there's the Rotom link, Oh, they could play super cheeky and ping our Meowscarada and put us in a weird spot. Oh, they can actually knock out our Floragato. That would just make us... they can't do that. And it would make it where they only need one Giovanni. But that definitely a closer situation to be in than I would necessarily like. Red doing nothing against Arceus since they do have the cape on it, but being able to prevent us from having whatchamacallit is not bad. Being able to knock it out. So, oh, this is interesting. We know we're not going to use this red. So I'm thinking about Ionoing. I don't know why they wouldn't. I don't know what their play could be. They do come in and potentially knock us out. Are they bricked on basics? Iono is such a weird card when you're using it for disruption because you don't know what you're making the opponent go into. But we don't need this red, so we are going to do this. Cape puts us in a very winning position. We'll draw and see what we get. There's the Meowscarada. This is actually pretty decent as well because they haven't gotten any points yet. And this should put us in a favorable winning position. They have to have another basic to knock out Magnezone. But then if they do that, they can't knock out Meowscarada without Giovanni. And by then, we'll have the Magneton online. Because we drew the Meowscarada, we didn't have to worry about them swapping into the Rotom. I don't know how I feel about Skyman in this deck. I guess it makes sense. Because it does give you that extra bench spot. We have the they have the Pokeball, so they do have the extra energy damage. Magnezone is useless at this point. It's just a body. We can't do anything with it. We can retreat out though, so that's also pretty nice. We have the Arceus cape. The fact that they made Arceus just immune to status conditions, by the way, makes it where the poison and stuff with like wheezing doesn't work. It also made it where I think the Clodsire wasn't as effective of a deck as it could have been because I was pretty excited about that card, and then I actually never ended up playing it because I didn't pull my second one until like a week ago. We do see this Arceus. Now we want to see like Cyrus. That helps us win the game as well because what they're going to try and do, they'll attack, we can attack it, they can switch out into their Arceus. That Arceus will get knocked out by the red that I just threw away, which is kind of funny if they do end up swapping on us like that, but we are here. And then they still have that weird point situation, so we draw, see if we can get, hey, he's back. It's just that easy. That if they Geo us, I'm going to be very upset, but I don't think they're going to Geo us, and they would literally have to, they'd have to Dawn. I don't think you play Dawn in the Carnivine deck. You might actually with Skyman. Maybe that's part of playing it. The basic plus the ability to use Dawn. If they retreat out into this Arceus and then Dawn one-shot us with Giovanni. Oh, they can't. Okay, Dawn and Giovanni. I'm silly. We should win from this position. That would be a crazy play though, the Dawn Arceus play, but without being able to Giovanni as well. Hey, and we get the win. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by, everyone who has stopped by. I really do appreciate it. I know it's not a ton of people, but it is cool to see people coming by and seeing the ranked climb as it goes. We are able to get that win. If you haven't tried Meowzone, a lot of fun. Kind of a low LFG. I'm not sure what that means. KM? Looking for game? And we're playing against Kraus now. All right, we're going first. Let's see, not Magneton, which is what always happens to me here. There we go. Oh, we actually got all of them. Let's freaking go. Hey, now I know. We have Magneton here in the back. We can put this up front for the searching with the cries for help. And we have Magnetite here. We will get Magneton online pretty quick. Farfetch'd. Oh, so they're playing like a Farfetch'd variation so you can deal early damage. I find that, oh, there is all of them. We don't really need it yet. It would be nice to get like the Iona, but we could also thin the deck. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way. I'll keep one in hand, but the deck will have been thinned. We will start crying for help next turn. The mirror matchup is so weird. I actually think Farfetch'd puts them in a strange position. Obviously, if I'd have been able to see that it was Farfetch'd, I would have just led with Magnemite. And threatened it the next turn because the Leak Slaps are going to hit pretty hard, and probably going to be the difference, actually, that they get aggressive this quickly. There's the Iona that we were kind of talking about playing around. I'm going to go ahead and throw it. We want to see, like, research. It's early enough where Ionoing the hand away when it's not anything that you can do in the next 2 turns. Every time it's the card. In the mirror matchup also, whoever gets Magnezone established first tends to do pretty well because Meowscarada requires so many hits in order to take it out. We're going to use the energy here for the Sprigatito to thin the deck and hopefully get exactly him, the Floragato. Now, if we draw Magnezone, we're in a very good position. If we draw the other Magneton, we're in a good position. We're in a decent position as it stands. This will also knock the Farfetch'd out because we do have the line in hand. So we are going to go ahead and go into that Sprigatito. And go from there. We draw. There's Cyrus. That's not going to do anything in this matchup. It might pull like a Meowscarada back in, but we will take that 40. Farfetch'd being such an effective attacker. I wonder what they traded out for the Farfetch'd. I find that I enjoy every card in this version of the deck. It's just very decent. There are so many situations where so many of them come up except for Cyrus. They do have Meowscarada here, though, so they can hit us really hard, really quick. We will evolve, though, and then because we have Magneton set up as opposed to their side, we'll be okay. Yeah, there's the swap out. Not really worried about it. No math changes here. If they have Erica, though, in their version, that could be really annoying. But we draw Magnezone. Oh, research? Okay, this is the Magnezone we've been waiting for. Let's see what we get. Next card is Oh, my goodness. So annoying. We do get to have another turn, though. It might have been a bait to use Magnezone, actually, because then we would have lost out on a turn of Volt Charging next time, and that might end up coming up. And we drew the other research, so as long as we do see the Magnezone, because they don't have a Magnemite set up, if they, Erica here, that's really annoying. If they Potion Center Lady combo us, that's really annoying as well. But only dealing 60. There's the Iono, getting rid of our research, but as long as it gives us the Magnezone, it's pretty okay, and it's going to be the next card. Oh, my goodness. We lost our research and no Magnezone. We can get the other Magneton set up, though, so that is decent enough. And we will be able to attack top decking Magnezone next. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of spirit that we need. Rocky Helmet also doesn't change. It changes one of the turns on Meowscarada, but they don't have Floragato either. Let's get the Magnezone. Oh, that's not Magnezone. That's not Magnezone at all. So now we've kind of got to run for our lives. My goodness. So cape on... We need to cape our Meowscarada to keep it alive. We can deal the 60, and then we need to see the Magnezone the next turn. We have 2 Magnezones, and we have Research, which should get us into Magnezone. If we draw Pokeball, I'm crying. If we draw Cyrus, I'm annoyed. And if we draw Red, we're really annoyed. But the other half of our deck can be very powerful. We're going to use the cape so we can survive the point. They're not set up with anything. As long as we see the Magnezone and they don't have... as long as we see the Magnezone, I think we're actually in a pretty decent position. They will knock our Meowscarada here. But after that, if they don't get the other one super set up, Erica's fine here. We were going to have to knock it out. It's less fine here. Oh, this is a very strange line from our opponent. Now we don't have to find... Yeah, that's fine, though. Because now we don't even have to find Magnezone. We have another turn to find Magnezone or Research into Magnezone. So we draw Research. If this is Cyrus Red, I'm still upset, but at least it's a lot better. Cyrus. There's a Pokeball and there's 2 Magnezones. This is... the retreating, though, was a silly play. Because we can get the point here, and now they wouldn't have been knocked out, and they're missing out on a turn of Rocky Helmet damage, and I think that math is going to end up mathering. So we will knock Farfetch'd out here, and we are going to hope to see that we do something good. Saving Meowscarada. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the occasion is going to be him losing himself the game. I mean, he is waiting for that Floragato, though, but by now we have enough electric energy. Pokeball. I'm fine with seeing that. So it is just Farfetch'd Meowscarada. Interesting. It's just something to do attacks with. Oh, they don't have the Florigata either. So as long as we don't draw red here. Thank goodness. We are going to win the game here. Yeah, there's nothing they can do. I was going to switch out. Reason we're evolving this one instead is because we won't get knocked out by Florigato, and we can't get Cyrus'd in. If we got Cyrus'd into a Florigato knockout, I would have been very upset. I'm hoping he just ends up surrendering here. Let's go ahead and use the red because it's worthless, and the last two cards are Pokeball, Magnezone. I lost a game earlier to double Magneton on the bottom of the deck in this mirror. Well, it wasn't a mirror. They're not playing the Magnezone stuff, but that's going to be the game. Cape doesn't do it either. So yeah, we were able to steal that. I like the idea of Farfetch'd, but I just think Magnezone gives you such an inevitability of your setup. So many games I win because the opponent has 2 EXs set up, but I have Magnezone plus a Meowscarada set up, and their combination of damage is able to take out the opponent. Sabrina. Oh, this is exactly why we evolved this one as opposed to the other one, by the way. Always think about those things, because if you're like, oh, this one has 20 HP, you know, it would have been a problem had we had done it the other way. There is that Magnezone, the last one. Thank goodness the Pokeball was on the bottom and not anything else, and we can knock out the Florigato. Yeah, great. Two-win streak. It's about to be 20 win streak, and then we'll have Master Ball ready to go. I think the last day is Sunday. Let me double check what today's date is. Yeah, I think it's like Sunday is the last day. All right, let's see what we have going on. We're going second. Going second means I want to see Sprigatito. Hey, there's Sprigatito, and we are just bricking on the Magnezone. Thank you, thank you. Yes, I try to think about those things. It's very easy to ignore them. Here, we're in a decent position already. Darkrai deck. All right, we're going second. That's all right. They might have Giratina, no problem. And as long as we can get that Florigato, we'll be okay. We're going to research first, then we're going to Pokeball because we're going to draw it off research. Then we're going to get Sprigatito, and we're going to be upset because we want one Magnemite, but it'll be okay from there. Darkrai EX coming down. I like the Mythical Island background a lot. There's the Giratina as well. This is good for me, though. Another reason why you might not want to throw stuff down just willy-nilly, better players think about the cards that are in, yes, Magnemite. Better players think about the cards that are in your hand. So the more cards that are in your hand, the more they're worrying about mentally. There's the research. Oh, and the Florigato. That's pretty good. We're in a decent position here. Our hand is Magnemited up. We're going to get him going. We're going to draw with our Cry for Help. Let's see the Meowscarada right here. Yes. Yeah, I thought about continuing. I work a very demanding, I have a very busy job, and I am working the next 6 days, so I will have some time. There's the helmet. They're throwing it on Darkrai. It's one of those weird things. They've already decided that this one is going to be sacrificed, but it being sacrificed is going to be a harder time for them. We've got the Magneton. We've got the Magnemite. I'd like to continue grinding. I really wanted to hit a higher tier, but I didn't play super competitively the last week or so, and then it was only the last 2 days. I was at the very bottom of Ultra Ball doing like my series and stuff. Doing my series and whatnot, so we are not going to attack with Florigato. That's an extra 20 damage. That would put us down to 30. Then when we evolve, we go to 80. The only reason, yeah, we're not going to attack this turn. Save the 60. They will always get one shot by us because they have that helmet instead of the cape. And then when they come in, so we need to get the Magnezone set up and we'll be good to go. If we see Cyrus, we'll be in a good spot as well. Magnezone will be here, able to attack twice. We've got 2 left. There's the cape on the Darkrai. That's going to keep it alive for 1 hit of our Florigato. But if we have Magnezone plus Florigato, we'll be able to take them out. We're going to draw, see what we get. There's the red. This is going to matter. So I could force the opponent to to have Leaf in hand, but it seems likely that they do have it already. This is just one of those weird positions where I want to have a second thing established before the opponent does anything too crazy. We are going to go ahead here, though, and we are going to head up on this Magnezone, because if they're on Mars and they Mars us, we are going to be in a bad position. We will go onto the Magnezone here. We can attack for that 130. If Giratina comes in, we will be able to take it out with the Magnezone. Unlikely, though, that they are going to do it that way. We want to see the Floragato really is going to put us in a good position. Floragato is in a good position. Darkrai EX comes out. They will knock us out. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by and chatting. I appreciate it. So we are looking for that Floragato right now, who has been ignoring me all day. We've done double research. There's the Mars I was talking about. If we draw Floragato, I'm fine with it. We could draw research. Pokeball, not good. This card is dead. We'll keep it in hand for Iono, though. We knew that was most likely going to come. And yeah, now the biggest problem here is they put us in a weird position, but I think our Magnemite might actually save us. Really just want to see what we end up drawing. They can switch out into Giratina and attack, but it won't knock Magnezone out unless they have Giovanni, but this deck normally doesn't play Giovanni. And they could not Darkrai plus Giratina us on the next turn because they need it on him to attack. We are going to get this set up. We do need that Floragato. Hi, Dennis. Welcome to the chat. And we will Thunder. Oh, hey, Dennis. I know Dennis. That's cool. Thanks for stopping by. I hope work is treating you all right. I was just complaining about working the next 6 days. So Darkrai EX, they can go into Giratina. They'll attack, but they can't attack a second time unless they center lay to your potion, because they'll knock themselves out. Floragato will always knock it out. Magneton, there's the Leaf. It didn't matter if they leafed or not. I don't think it's going to ever be in a situation. Cyrus also wins us the game. So we've got Cyrus, Red, Floragato. Not Magneton yet, but Cyrus, Red, Floragato all win us the game. Draw, see what we get. Red, perfect. We are going to go ahead and knock them out with that red. I'm about to get the full art red. I have enough pack points. I really wanted to get the full art Pikachu EX, but I didn't pull it, and it's more expensive in general. All right, we are going to head into that next game. All right, 17 win streak starting now. We beat Gangster. I wanted Gengar to be better. I think if it attacked for 120, it could be. Only dealing 100 damage, though, often by the time it gets set up, it's not able to do as much as it would like to be able to do. But being able to stop all the supporters in the game is really crazy. But I think until we get like a rare candy, it just doesn't deal enough damage fast enough. If we get a card that lets us like make evolutions happen faster, that'll help. So make that card a lot more successful. Going second, which means I want to see Sprigatito. We see we are playing against a fire deck. So I played against a couple of Chimchar variants actually, but it's probably Moltres. Yeah, there's the Charmander. Don't worry, they're going to XP it out. It's not actually that vulnerable. Getting a ping on it here, though, would be pretty good if they don't have a way to get it out, just because it leaves Cyrus. Yeah, so much. Thank you for stopping by, Kaum. I'm going to try, but I know I'm not that great. But thanks for stopping by. The VOD will be on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Smell you later. All right, we draw the Floragato. Let's Pokeball. Hopefully we get the Sprigatito right off the bat. It's just that easy every time, dude. We are going to... I want to Iono because this isn't very good for us, but our opponent's also not in a very good position either. Cape doesn't do anything against Charizard, so that is something to consider as well. So we are going to see what they end up doing. They could also just combustion us. It might end up being them kicking our butts as we go. There's the Moltres. If they do just manually retreat into it, that's pretty decent. They do have Leaf now, though. So they are going to get out into it. We really don't care what they get set up. It just matters that we get enough set up on our side. Being able to attack with Magnemite is also fine. There's the Charmander. They're going to get the Charizard set up. If they get it set up too quickly, though, that could very much be a problem. It's likely they have Charizard in hand. That's why they didn't play anything last turn. 1 tails, 2 tails, 3 tails? All right. It's like nothing even happened. Buying us an extra turn. We draw. There's the Sprigatito that we were looking for. That is perfect for us. We're going to get it going on the bench on the backside. We'll ram for 30. This is going to let our Cyrus do work. It's going to let Magnezone one-shot it now. Meowscarada will always one-shot it. So, yeah, very good position to be in. They're going to start manually powering up that Charmeleon, and it's not going to do very much at all. They're Inferno dancing. Let's see if they get like the triple tails again. That'd be crazy, huh? But I doubt it's going to be anything that lucky for us. There's the heads, there's the tails, there's the heads. So yeah, now they can come in Crimson Storm. As soon as they get that evolution online, we draw red. I just don't think it matters enough. They didn't EX last turn though. Maybe they don't have it, but I think regardless, we do need to Iono to see if we can get something set up on our side. But we could also just be helping the opponent here. You never really know with Iono. We will draw, though. There's the Meowscarada. Cool, that's what we were looking for. And there's the Cyrus as well. That's a pretty good position to be in. If they do, that's a pretty good spot. The second Meowscarada, a little annoying as opposed to the Magneton. If we don't get Magneton in good time, we will be messed up. But if the opponent just Charizards here, we could have time. There's Pokeball coming out. They're going to get the other Moltres. We can always knock out the Moltres. We cannot knock out that Charmander unless we draw, or the Charmeleon, unless we draw red. We can't red and Cyrus in the same turn, though. They have the Moltres. No Charizard set up? I feel like they're waiting, right? Like they have to be waiting. Yeah, there's the Charizard EX, who could Slash take us out as well. We might just be in a crappy position. They could also just hard switch out into it. That wouldn't be the best spot for them to be in, though, because it would just force them to be in a weird situation. It could be viable, though. I mean, there's like multiple branches that they could play. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to, because Slash knocks us out, and Crimson Storm for sure knocks us out. So we could Cyrus back in. Oh, and they have Cape. Yeah, so we really need to see Magneton, or we're just going to lose this game. Because they can Crimson Storm, they can Magneton again. Yeah. Is there a variation where it has to be Magneton or we lose, or away to Magneton, because Sprigatito doesn't do it? Yeah. They're going to guarantee knockout Meowscarada here, but if we see Magneton, we win. If we don't, we lose. Oh, that's not Magneton, man. That's so freaking annoying. Yeah, that's going to be the game. We can attack here. 130, that leaves them with 60. There's like maybe a line. If we draw Magneton next turn, there's maybe a line with like Cyrus, because their Moltres will be trapped. I don't even know that it's worth doing it, though. They'll discard 2 here. Yeah, I don't think there's really a line. Not a real line. I mean, it would require the opponent to, like, super misplay. Crimson Storm coming out. Weakness, 220. Same reason why Venusaur can't survive it with that belt. Wait till they add resistances. That'll be nice. They can add that, and then we can have a little bit more of a diverse. All right, yeah, we definitely don't get it here. All right, good job to our opponent. You got Charizard EX set up before we drew any Magnetons. Rip again. Magneton just evading me, but that's okay. 12-79. The 18 win streak starts now, is what I meant to say. Probably play 1 or 2 more. Even though, unless I'm just, really killing it and the game starts popping off for us, because I'm getting kind of tired and I have a lot of work to do this week. But we will see what ends up premiering for us, what ends up happening. All right, we're going first. Oh, we're playing against a dark deck. That's pretty decent. Oh, we got Floragato in hand and Sprigatito. That's pretty decent. If we get the other Sprigatito, I'm not even upset. So that's pretty decent. This looks like this already feels like a win. You know, hopefully the opponent doesn't hit us with anything crazy. Darkrai EX going second is good, but hopefully not going to be the difference maker in situations like this. Draw. Magneton. All right, cool. So now this Pokeball is hecka alive. Very good regardless of what we get. There's the Magnemite. I actually kind of wanted the other Sprigatito, no cap, but this will be okay too. We will end our turn. We can get that Magneton set up. Darkrai will not knock out Meowscarada in time, especially now that we have the cape also. So as long as we can find that Meowscarada, will be in a good position. They're going to double Pokeball. They're going to get their Giratina at least, and they will be ready to start firing from there. The bright side about Giratina is that if they... Man, double Pokeball and Research must be nice. The bright side about it, though, is that it won't be able to attack on curve that turn because they have to attack with the Darkrai, so it won't be set up in the back for the next time. We could also potentially just attack with Sprigatito, but that actually puts us a weird turn behind, so it depends on what we draw. Meowscarada, we guarantee start attacking. Let's see what we end up getting. There's the Magnezone. That is pretty decent for us. So what we are going to do is for sure Floragato, because we can attack with Slash even if we don't get Meowscarada, and then Magneton can come in, but we still want to see that Meowscarada. Let's end our turn here, see what we get, see what they end up doing on their side. Putting the Dark Energy on Darkrai. Plus Cape would be good for them as well. So we'll see how this plays out. Grunt, if this Grunt flips heads, I'm actually going to be so upset. Oh my goodness. Oh, just to rub it in, triple heads. No math was changed in the making of this, except we just lose the game now because they hit a Team Rocket Grunt. That's why Darkrai Giratina is so powerful. It just has so many tech cards that instantly win you even the bad matchups when you get lucky. Cyrus is a garbage card in this matchup. I'm actually thinking about like changing it because it's not very good. We could start wailing away on the Darkrai potentially. That would force them to attack us, and Giratina would still be a turn behind. Yeah, we're going to do that. That way we can see if we can get the Meowscarada. We will still be a turn behind. Oh, I'm dumb. Or I could just throw the game. Ha ha ha. No! Oh my gosh, I clicked the wrong freaking card! Oh no. Well, sometimes you just completely throw the game away. That sucks. I cannot believe I just did that. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that. I thought I was hovering Magnezone. Yeah. I don't think there's any situation we win this game now. I cannot believe that. Because Magnezone was supposed to attack. Or Magnezone was just supposed to chill and take a hit. And then it could attack on the next turn. I don't know. It probably didn't matter. It just... That's so... I cannot believe I hit the wrong freaking card. I was just going too fast. Oh, and they research too. Double Pokeball into Research, into Team Rocket Grunt, into Pokemon Research, and I can't draw a Sprigatito. That's crazy. Sometimes the opponent is just meant to win the game. I mean, it's just like that. I cannot believe that. That's so frustratingly infuriating. All right, you got it. We're going to just get out of here. I should have left a minute ago, but... Was there a world where I win? We power up Meowscarada. We knock out the Darkrai. They send the Giratina in. I guess if we find red, there could be play. No, because they always knock out. Yeah, okay. That's the game. It's so freaking annoying. It's always the other one, man. Always the other one. I don't even want to thank this person. Team Rocket Grunt, by the way. Research. Double Pokeball Research. Team Rocket Grunt. Research. And then I misclicked. I mean, it's whatever. Sometimes that just happens. It's like that sometimes. Going to go ahead and go into this next game, see what the opponent gets. We're going to play against Kanto Killa. And yeah, let's see what our start ends up being and what they're playing. I want to see the energy more clearly. I got to catch it before the thing goes down. Oh, Dark Energy, perfect. Sprigatito, perfect. Magnemite, perfect. Is this a repeat, an actual repeat? Are we going to get exactly what we need? Or is the opponent going to Mars red card, shuffle us out of the game? There's the Darkrai EX that pretty full art. I'm back and forth on if I like these 3D full arts, but this looks pretty good, all things considered. We're going to play against an opponent who researches every time. We have Iono. They're going to bellow because they always get it. Oh, they didn't get it. Draw. There's Magnemite. Keeping the other one in hand because I am going to end up Ionoing. We will cry for help. Please, please help, Meowscarada. Thank you. Oh my goodness. It's not often we actually get to finish the triangle. And then next turn we can actually start slashing as long as the opponent... Okay, and they research, so we're not even scared of anything too crazy. Their hand is super full, though, so that could be scary, but there's not too much if we can get anything else set up. We want to see Magnemite. We want to see... Or Magneton. We want to see the other Sprigatito and get it set up. Sneasel in the back. They've got Darkrai. I like the Darkrai Sneasel deck, but there's not even any point of playing Sneasel at this point because it's too slow compared to the Darkrai now that you've already gotten the Darkrai set up. We did draw red, which isn't particularly good. Let me think on some math here. We're going to go to 90. We can go back up to 1. We'll basically be at 110. No reason not to do it yet, or to do it yet. We'll just slash. We can always knock out this Darkrai, unless they, like, leaf it out, which would be totally okay, that they utilize the card. Maybe they're, like, bricking on Weaviles over there. I imagine they will play the Weavile, but it's not scary anymore. Oh, it is very scary, actually. I'm going to lose the game because I didn't just Giant Belt. They're about to leaf Weavile EX me because I was crap talking Weavile with their full hand. Maybe not, though. They're going kind of slow. Oh, my goodness. If they do that, though, I'm a loser. But that line's very clear, so maybe they already did it, or they would have already done it, right? Like, if I have that line, I'm throwing it. Oh, my gosh. No freaking way. Why does it take 45 seconds to realize you've won the game? Oh my goodness. We got so lucky. And the Magneton? Okay. I have been, that was a close one. Very good position for us to be in all of a sudden. We are Volt Charging. I have no idea what they have over there, but I almost want to Iono just to make it, like, not a problem. But we guarantee knock them out with red, even if they cape. I can cape for ourselves. They might have a Mars. I could see Mars being a problem, but, I mean, next turn they what? Darkrai combo? Nothing happens there. Yeah, we're just going to cape Meowscarada. Just because I feel like they're going to end up Marsing us or something, and I want to get some use out of it. We need to use our other energy. That would be smart to do. We have the Magneton in the back, so Magnetite. Okay, cool. We should be able to win this game, no problem now. That Weavile EX Leaf, knockout. The fact that I didn't think about it until too late would have been really upset. But I do feel like we're about to lose the entirety of our hand. Oh. And we do get knocked out by Weavile in 2 turns, but we can always knock it back out. They have to have Cape also. So, yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. I don't think there's a way that we lose this. There's the Dark Energy. They could try, like, retreating. That's, like, a possibility, but if we can find Magneton, we'll be okay. Right now they have to Cape, though, or they just lose on board. Oh, or if this... Okay. I really thought we were about to lose again to freaking Team Rocket Grunts. There's a Pokeball. I'm not worried about that at all. Really, Cape is the only thing I'm scared of. And they haven't used it yet, so maybe they're just baiting us with their last breath. All right, we win the game. Great. I'm so happy that worked out in our favor because, man, that was close. We're just going to go ahead and go right into it. Knock it out. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go eat something or take a nap or get ready for work because I'm tired and I'm not as entertaining as I'd like to be. And I've played a lot of Pocket the last 2 days. I went from like Ultra Ball 1 yesterday morning. I just decided I'm tired of like losing. So I played like a real deck, which is this Meowscarada deck, and I'm having a ton of fun playing it. We are now Ultra Ball 4 though. I'm going to play some more throughout the week and should be able to get it by that Sunday. So thank you so much for watching and for tuning in. If you're watching this in the future on the VOD, cool. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the noti bell, share it with a friend, and I'll smell you later.